Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Daysi DIY. Let's start with the first project. I'm gonna be using 3 pieces of wood that I had. You guys can use any piece that you guys have, or you guys can get some Jenga blocks from your Dollar Tree and recreate this simple and easy project. And to paint the first piece of wood, I'm using the Rust-Oleum paint on color white. I did 1 coat and I just put it to a side and I just let it dry completely. I also paint on the back, but I think there's no need to paint on the back because we're gonna put all the pieces together. And the second piece of wood, I'm using this beautiful color chalk paint on color sun, and I just did the same step. I did 1 coat, and the last piece we're using this other paint, the deco art on color yellow. And the other thing that we're using these stickers that I got at my Dollar Tree. And first I decided to use 1 light coat of Mod Podge first so it can stick very well the stickers to the piece of wood. And I'm gonna be spelling the word farm fresh lemons. And once I place the stickers, you can see they were a little bit bigger for my piece of wood, but it was really simple fix. I just cut it to the bottom part and they fit very well the letters. And also to hold way better the stickers, I just did another coat on the top and I just let it dry. I'm gonna be using this beautiful cutting wood piece. I think they're orange. We're gonna paint it with this paint, chalk paint on color sun, and I just did 1 coat, and once they're completely dry, I went with this small tool just to create those details so we can create these lines. And I grabbed a piece of jute twine and I just placed that 3 pieces together. You guys can use wood glue or hot glue to glue the pieces. I decided not to because it holds really well with just a piece of jute twine. And I just wrap it around a few times and I just create a simple bow and place it on the top. It was simple and easy project, and I'm pretty sure you guys can recreate it with piece of wood that you guys have, or you guys can go to a Dollar Tree and get some piece of wood. I know Dollar Tree is carrying a tons of beautiful just plain woods, you know. The next thing, we're using this greenery that I got also from Dollar Tree, and I just cut a few pieces and I just placed it on the top. It was the touch that it need. It turned out really beautiful. I love it. And I just placed that piece of lemon on the top and it will look really adorable for a tier tray. But please let me know what you guys think. I just want to take a moment to mention that today we're taking part in Esto es lo mío, or This is my thing collab that is being hosted by the amazing Maria from Yetra Khreacioness and all these talented friends that they're participating with us today. I will link it down in my description box below, the link of our channels and also the link of the playlist. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. For the next project, I'm gonna reuse this beautiful wood tray that I had on hand, and I decided to use just a few pieces of the painter's tape to cover this metal part on the side because I decided to paint it and I didn't want to paint it this metal part, and I just love the color that I had under. Also, I just using this brain teaser game that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just show you on the other video that I just cut the string that it holds all the pieces together, and we just got all these beautiful wood beads. I'm using the color brown ones and I decide to cover with a little bit of the spackling, and I'm going to be placing on the bottom of the small wood tray, and I decide to use a combination of wood glue and hot glue for permanent hold. And to paint it, we're using that Rust-Oleum paint on color white. I decide to wet my brush a little bit so we can give this kind of white wash. I never done that before and it was the first time that I did to this beautiful wood tray, and I just love it because it didn't cover all the way. You can still see the wood under, and also with a wet paper towel I went over and kind of remove and blend the paint at the same time. I hope you guys can kind of see what I did, but it was amazing how that wood tray turned out. And once I was done, I just let it dry. I'm gonna be using this beautiful image from a calendar that I had, and I want to show you. You guys can use this first one or the second one or any image that you guys have on hand. I decided to use this beautiful, and I just place it inside of the tray, and I just kind of trace it so we can cut it to the side that we need. And I put first one coat on Mod Podge, and I just placed that image, and once I kind of smooth that image, I just did another coat and I just let it dry. And I just want to mention, if you guys don't have the same wood tray that I have, don't worry, you guys can grab like any wood tray from Dollar Tree, or if you guys have one on hand, I think it will look really beautiful to recreate this project. And I just love it how it turns out, and you guys can paint it at the color of your preference. And once I'm done, we're just gonna remove the pieces of the painter's tape, and that's the only thing that I did. Also on the wood beads, I just kind of went a little bit heavy with the paint. Once it was dry, I kind of like distressed it a little bit with a piece of sandpaper, and it was a touch that I need. And this is how it looks our project once we're done. I really love it how it turns out, and it was really simple project, and you guys can place anything inside. I just placed this beautiful planter inside, and it looks really beautiful already. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this other project? For the next project, we're going to be using 6 wood cubes that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just used my drill to make a hole in the middle. We're going to create this adorable garland. I'm going to be using these sticker letters, and I'm going to be spelling the word fresh, and the other side we're going to spell the word lemons. And first I went with a little bit of the Mod Podge so it can hold really well the letters. And also I just grabbed a piece of this craft stick, and I just kind of like give the shape of the lime, and I use this chalk paint on colored sun that I got from Walmart. Also, we're gonna be using these wood beads that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure you guys seen these beautiful wood beads. It comes in a different colors, but this time I'm just using the yellow ones and the green ones. I'm using only 2 greens, and I grab a piece of jute twine, and I just place a wood bead in 1 cube. And once we're done, I tie everything really well. And now we're just going to create just a simple and easy tassel. I just grabbed the same jute twine. I just put it between my fingers, and I just kind of wrap it around a few times. And with another extra piece of jute twine, I just tie it very well on the top. I grab another piece of jute twine, and I just kind of wrap it around, and I just cut it, and I just put a dot of hot glue so it can hold it. And once we're done, I just cut the end of the jute twine and give the shape of the tassel. And I create 2 tassels in total so we can put on each side. And with the same piece of the jute twine, I just tie the tassel, and I just tie it really well, and I just put a little bit of the hot glue so it can hold it really well. And I just place the lemon. If you guys want to, you guys can use for permanent whole wood glue. And I use a little bit of the Rust-Oleum paint so we can give the detail for the line. And also I grab a few pieces of the ribbons, and I just place it on one side, and I create kind of like a messy bow, but I just tie all the ribbons together. But if you guys want to, you guys can just leave it without the ribbons. I think it looks really beautiful too. I decided to create it two side projects so we can be switch the words every time that we want to. But if you guys just want to, you guys can just put one word on each side and you guys can glue the wood beads with the wood cubes so it can hold it on place and they don't move the garland. But please let me know what you guys think. For the next DIY, it's gonna be really simple and easy. I just grabbed this middle bucket. I'm using the small one, but I want to show you that there's a bigger ones that Dollar Tree they have or Walmart. I have these beautiful middle buckets on hand. I grabbed this Sharpie. I'm gonna be spelling the word lemons. I just want to show you, if you guys don't have any stickers, you guys can just put the words in these beautiful small middle buckets and it will look really beautiful. Or if you guys want to, you guys can put like stickers too. I think it will hold really well. And I grabbed these beautiful lemon picks that I got at Walmart, and I'm gonna be cutting the stems and I'm gonna be placing it inside. Once I place them, I'm like, it's missing something else, so I just grabbed a few other greenery and I just place it inside. It was really simple and easy project, but I think it will look really adorable for a tier tray. And also, once I was done putting the greenery, I'm like, it's missing something else, so I just grabbed this farmhouse ribbon that I got at my Dollar Tree and I create just a simple bow and I just place it on that middle. And you guys can recreate it with the bigger bucket, or you guys want to, you guys can paint the bucket too. But please let me know what you guys think about this other project. For the next project, I'm going to be using another wood cutout piece, and I think it's a watermelon. I don't think it's a lemon, but we're going to create it for a lemon project. I'm going to be using this chalk paint on colored sun. I'm going to do one coat and I'm going to let it dry completely. And once we're done, I'm using the Rust-Oleum paint so we can put a little bit of the seed or give the shape of the line. I'm not pretty sure how to call it. And once we're done, I'm going to be using this piece of decor piece that I got from Dollar Tree. It's really beautiful. I love the words that I had on the front, so I decided to create two side projects. So on the back side, I decided to use the Rust-Oleum paint to paint it, and also the sides so everything can blend together. And I just did one coat and I just let it dry. I'm gonna be creating lines, and for that I just grab my pencil and my ruler. I just create two lines, and once we're done, I grab a piece of paper towel, and it's a little bit wet. Like I said before, it's way better if the paper towel it's a little bit wet because it distresses the lines way better. I love to use this technique. I'm gonna be using 5 craft sticks that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just cut it the round part from the top. And you guys can see I'm using 2 bigger ones, a medium and 2 small one, but in the end you guys gonna need another 2 extra small one pieces. And to paint it, we're gonna be using the Waverly anti-wax. What I'm gonna do next, we're gonna use the same bat sponge just to distress that wood piece so it can blend everything together. I'm gonna be showing you how I create this simple project. We're gonna create kind of like this roller pen. First, I'm gonna show you how I glue the pieces together, and I will show you in a minute. And now we're gonna be using the extra piece that we just cut from the other image. I just saved that beautiful word. I just love it. So I just cut the image on the edges, and I used a little bit of Mod Podge to place it. I just did one coat and I just let it dry. And here's the part where I'm gonna show you how to glue the woodcraft stick on the top. So if you guys want a permanent hold, I think it's way better to use wood glue. I just use hot glue to glue it. And here's where I'm gonna show you that this is where I was thinking to do something different with the project, but I didn't like it. The two small pieces on each side, you're gonna place it on top of each woodcraft stick. I hope you guys can see what I did, and here's what I'm showing you, that I glued the two pieces on the top, and the other small ones I just kind of place it inside. And once we're done, I just grabbed this beautiful greenery that I got at Dollar Tree. I just cut a few pieces and I placed it on the side, and I was missing something else, so I just create one simple bow and I just place one button in the middle. I love it how it turns out. It looks adorable. And let's finish the other side. I just glue the half a lemon that we create, and I just place it on one side, and I grab this farmhouse ribbon. I cut just a small piece and I just glue it, and I create another simple bow and I just place it on the top, and I put another button in the middle. And this is how it looks our project once we're done. It turned out really adorable, this two-side project. I just love it. But please let me know in the comments down below, do you guys have a favorite for this two-side project? For this other project, we're going to be using these wood beads that I got at Dollar Tree, and we're going to be using the small ones. I'm just using the yellow one and the green ones. And I just show you on the beginning of the video that we paint this lemon wood piece, and I just show you how to paint it and everything. I'm going to grab a piece of jute twine. We're going to be creating another beautiful small garland, and I want to show you something different too. It was really simple and easy project. I love it how it turns out. It looks really adorable. So once we put all that wood bead, I'm gonna be just tying it really well on the top, and also with the remaining piece I just cut it, and I just use a little bit of the hot glue so it can hold it on place, that piece of jute twine. And I just create another small tassel, and I just show you how to create it, and I just tie it really well on the top. And also I grab this other ribbon and I just cut a few pieces and I just place it on the top. If you guys want to, you guys can just leave it without the ribbon too, but I think it gives so much detail, just a few pieces of the ribbon. I just love it how it looks, and I think it will look really beautiful on the book that we just create. I'm going to show you how it looks, or if you guys want to, you guys can just place it on a small planter like I did, but let me show you how it looks on top of the book. Let me know what do you guys think about this other simple and easy project. For our last project, we're going to be using some Jenga blocks. In total, you guys going to be using 8 Jenga blocks. First, I just glued the 2 pieces together with hot glue, but I think it's way better to use wood glue for permanent hold. And once we glue these 2 pieces together, we're going to create a small frame. So we're going to connect all the pieces together. If you guys want to, you guys can paint it the Jenga blocks at the color of your preference. I will show you in a minute that I decide to paint it. I was going to leave it with this beautiful wood color, but I didn't like it. Also, we're going to be using this small image of the calendar that it had on the back, and I just cut a piece of cardboard and I decided to use a little bit of the Mod Podge so it can hold it. You guys can use hot glue, and we're just going to glue it to the piece of the small frame that we create. And here's how it looks if you decide just to leave it on that color of wood. And here's the part where I decide to paint it with a little bit of the Rust-Oleum, and I really love it, the technique that we did with the wood tray. So that's the same technique that I use. The brush is a little bit wet, and once I was done painting it, I grabbed a wet paper towel and I just kind of removed a little bit of the paint, and also to blend it together so we can give this white wash to the wood piece. And also I grabbed 2 extra pieces of the Jenga blocks and I just place it on the back of the small frame so it can stand up. And I just create another beautiful and simple easy bow and I place it on the middle. It was really easy. It turned out really adorable. I love it. But please let me know in the comments down below, with all the projects that I create for you guys today, which one it was your favorite. And please don't forget to see all the videos that all these talented friends that they're participating with us today. Thank you so much, Maria, for hosting this wonderful collab. So that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time that I upload new video. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much and have an amazing day.